Hey there guys, so today I wanted to give a review of the TRX Training Suspension live virtual certification course. So many words there, I know. But basically the gist of it is that TRX was, and I'm pretty sure depending on when you're watching this video, they still are offering their base level TRX suspension training course for absolutely free in an online edition. So instead of having to go and take it in person, you can just do it online and it's all free right now. Also, the TRX course is literally for anyone. So you don't have to have any sort of previous certification. No, you don't have to be a certified personal trainer. You can literally be anyone off the street can take their TRX course and get certified. There's no barrier to entry. So I first learned about TRX, I don't know, like tons of years ago, and I've used a few different suspension training systems, not always the TRX proprietary one, and I always liked it. I liked the exercises, I thought they were fun. I think that it was I still think that it's a great piece of equipment. You know, you can take it anywhere, use it in any setting. So I signed up for the TRX newsletter through NASM. So I'm a NASM certified personal trainer. And in the NASM page, they have a bunch of discounts once you get your CPT. And one of those is to TRX training and TRX, products. So they have a variety of different products. And so I signed up for that a while ago. They started sending me a bunch of emails. It's pretty annoying. And then this whole pandemic and COVID situation happened, and I'm cleaning out some emails and I see that there's an email from TRX and it's an offer to take the course for free. So I was like, why would I say no to this? So I go to the website and I tried to sign up for the course. Of course, they're totally full. So there's, a little pop-up on the page and it's like, come back and so, I think it was like a week away. They're like, come back in a week and try to look for the course again. So I was like, okay. Set the reminder on my calendar, and then the week comes by, and then boom, I'm finally able to get in, take a course, or sign up for a course that's going to fit my schedule. So I texted my manager at the commercial gym that I work at, and I was like, hey, can I come in on May 4th and 5th to take the TRX training course at the gym? She's like, hell yeah, girl, come on in. So I was super excited leading up to that. In order to sign up for the training course, I had to create a profile with TRX. So like 3 or 4 days before the course started, they sent me an email and they were like, hey, you need to go back online to your account and there's some things for you to do before you get on the training for that day. So I followed the instructions, I signed the liability waiver, and I downloaded the manual, which is all electronic, and it's actually more of a workbook than a manual because there are sections in there for you to fill out while you're doing the training course, which is what I actually did. So the day finally came and it was time for my TRX class. I was super excited. I went to my gym early, had everything set up, got onto the Zoom meeting. It was really easy for me, but I've been on Zoom for a while. It seemed like some other people might be having some technical difficulties, but we actually started pretty much right on time, which was really great. And there were 2 trainers for the course. So it seemed like the way that they had it set up was that one person would be presenting and the other person would be doing kind of the technical stuff of making sure, which camera, for example, was on the person who was talking, and opening and closing the chat, because sometimes it would be like, hey, put in the chat what the answer is to this question, or shout out where you're from to get started. So the other person would kind of open and close that. I think that was the main reason that they had 2 trainers. So the first trainer that they had who started off the course, his name was Austin, and he was really great. He was super fun. I'm pretty sure that he said that he works at an Orange Theory and that they also use a lot of TRX there. I could be wrong about that though. And then Crystal, the other trainer, Austin was in San Diego. Crystal was out on the East Coast somewhere. And I'm pretty sure that Crystal owns her own yoga studio. And she also mentioned that she was part of the team that developed the TRX for yoga program. So both of them have been with TRX for a really long time. which is cool. You could definitely tell that they knew a ton about the methodology behind the TRX training system. They were able to explain a lot of the different pieces of like how to like make things easier, like for setting up, or like tips and tricks. So they were obviously super knowledgeable and they were fun. Oh my gosh. You guys know it makes such a big difference when you are watching, especially online, right? When you're watching a video that's entertaining versus one that is just like a snooze fest, right? Okay, so they were super entertaining, and over the course of, so it was 2 days in a row, 3 hours each day of the training. And so you went through the book, they did like live demos, and they gave you time to try it out as well. We went through a full workout together with Austin. We went through their like mobility workout with Crystal. So that was really good. And actually, interestingly enough, the course said that you didn't have to have a TRX suspension training system on hand to take the course, but they highly recommended it. And honestly, I feel like, I guess it depends on what kind of a learner you are, but I'm really happy that I had access to the TRX system because I definitely learn way better by doing things. And so it was great to be able to do the things at the same time that they were doing them. So if you're thinking about taking this, I would really recommend, if you can like borrow a TRX or get into like a gym, for example, like I did where I work, to use the TRX system. I think it's going to be really, really helpful. So anyway, I love the course. I felt super prepared after taking it, and I was like, I can totally teach this to people. I learned a bunch of new stuff. One of my favorite moments of the entire course, guys, Crystal was talking about core engagement, and especially in the plank, and how that's such a foundational movement. And oh my gosh, she has the best cues. She was really great at explaining things. There is a drill that I took away from her, which I'm totally going to be using with my clients right now. So I was feeling super positive at the end of the course. I was like, hell yeah, I'm totally going to use this. And I think it's great because I work with mostly a lot of like busy professional people who, first of all, live in apartment buildings and don't have, the extra space to have a home gym, or people that travel a lot. And gyms can be pretty like hit or miss when you're traveling. So I was like, okay, this is great to be able to share. So a few days after the course finishes, you get an email for you to take the final exam so that you can actually get certified. So I was like, hell yeah, I got this. It's gonna be great. So it was probably like midnight when I started taking the exam. And I thought it was going to be really easy. And they said that you had, 3 chances to pass the exam. And I knew that there wasn't a time limit, 50 questions. I was like, I can probably do this in 30 minutes, right? It took me over an hour to do the exam. And this was honestly the worst part of the entire experience, because the exam was not based on stuff in the manual. Yeah. And Austin and Crystal were great, but they went over the stuff that was in the manual. So I don't know where these questions came from that were in the exam, but I was super stressed out and I thought that I was going to have to take it again. I did not think that I was going to pass the exam at all. And then the other major bummer about the exam is that it doesn't tell you like what questions, like there's no running tracker thing that tells you which questions you've already done and which you haven't done. So the way that I like to do things is I kind of like, there's like groups of questions, right? Because some questions will be related to the movement and other questions will be related more to like the theory or how to teach other people to do it. And so I try to do like all the questions in that topic before I move to the next topic, which means that I'm freaking scrolling up and down this thing a bajillion times. And then by the time I get to the point where I think that I finished everything, it's like, shit, okay, I have to go back through and have to make sure that I selected an answer on each single one of these questions, because there isn't something that's just like, hey, these are the questions that you missed, like go back and fill out those questions, right? So the test taking experience was terrible. It was terrible. TRX, like you guys definitely need to work on that. It would not be hard whatsoever to have some sort of a tracker there that'll tell you which questions you filled out already and which ones you didn't. And so then I was super stressed that I wasn't going to pass the exam and then I wouldn't be sure of which questions I got right and which ones I got wrong, because like legit, I made educated guesses on, I don't know, probably half of them. I didn't even know. I could narrow it down. It was multiple choice. I could narrow it down, but that was it. So anyway, thankfully I passed the test. So that was good. I got like an 87%. And then right away they give you your certificate that you can print out or just save as a PDF, which is what I did, which is nice because sometimes that like getting your certificate process is a total pain in the butt. So that was nice. And then in terms of any perks that come along with being TRX certified, there aren't really many. There is a ambassador affiliate program, and the link for that is going to be in the description of this video, where whatever platform you're watching that on. So basically what it does is that it gives you a 10% discount, and I also get 10% commission off of whatever it is that you purchase using my link. So if you guys want to do that, I would obviously love it if you use my link. But aside from that, there aren't a ton of reasons that I would say you need to get this TRX training certification. It's going to change your life. The other thing that they offer you is to be part of like the online TRX certified trainer directory, which is basically you make a profile on TRX and then you can go and, fill out all of your information, and people can like search for you depending on where they are, which is cool and everything, except for that, I'm not taking in-person clients right now. So I was like, okay, well, if anyone's searching for me by location, then it's but that's really a thing for right now, right? The situation that we're in. So all in all, let me share my takeaways with you from the TRX training course. Okay, so here are my overall takeaways about the TRX training course. So let me go over the description of the course. So they say that the TRX training suspension course is, and I quote, the course promises to help you learn to use the TRX coaching system to apply foundational movement-based training techniques with the TRX suspension trainer, TM, or whatever, the symbol is for patented, to get any member at any level to reach their goals. So, I feel like that's a pretty lofty mission statement. And obviously you're not going to be training people on TRX who are, for example, training for maximum power or maximum strength. So that's false. It's not going to be for any member at any level for their goals. But I do think that TRX is really great for Gen Pop people, people just looking to stay fit, that want something more than just regular body weight with absolutely no equipment. So basically my takeaways are, first of all, I feel like I was really prepared by the time the course was over to both use TRX suspension methodology for myself and to apply to any of my clients. So I feel like they hit the nail on the head with that one. And I really think this is one of those things where the instructors probably make or break that experience for you. And Austin and Crystal were awesome. Okay, so that was a pro. So second thing, it was free. So I didn't really have anything to lose, which means it was a great deal. And if I had to pay for it, would I do it? I guess it depends on your goals, right? I didn't think about this when I first signed up for it, but TRX is really great, like I mentioned earlier, to use with my population of clients that I primarily work with. So if you had to pay for it, should you do it? It depends on what value you associate with that. So go ahead and think about, like what populations you work with and if it makes sense. Okay. So third takeaway is the test was terrible. It was really bad. Definitely the low point of my entire interaction with TRX and the TRX course. Will I do another TRX certification? So there are 4 levels to TRX certification. This is the first one. The other one is like specialized and like you can do with military or like tactical. So I will not be taking any further trainings with TRX unless they're free, because I feel like I learned what I needed to. And I'm not trying to be some sort of like crazy TRX guru. So will I do something in the future? Probably not. Okay. And then last but not least, I did just want to reiterate that my instructors were really, really great. I really enjoyed them. So if, you know, TRX corporate ever sees this, great job, guys. Give them some extra money or something. But I would love to hear if anyone else has taken this virtual course and how they did, or like what they thought about it. And then don't forget that in the details of this video, there's just going to be one link, and the link is going to be to purchase stuff. You guys get a 10% discount through the affiliate program. And then I also get 10% commission. So full disclosure here with that. However, I'm not like a full-time affiliate of them. And you guys know that I always try to give you really honest and neutral feedback about the pros and cons about literally everything. So I hope that you guys found this video informative. Please like, share, comment, let me know your thoughts, share this with your friends, anyone that's interested in TRX. Okay. Thanks, guys.